Hello and welcome. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy it. Even if you don't enjoy it, just do it anyway. I mean, come on, it makes no sense. So anyway, we're going to be talking about the new Hyundai Elantra and the N version, the N lineup. And of course, Hyundai wants to emulate, or should I say, they want to make powerful vehicles throughout their whole line. So you have the Kona N and the Elantra N. Before that, all you had was the Veloster N, which stands for the Nuremberg Ring version of it. I think I'm saying that right. Nuremberg. Anyway, so they accidentally let the cat out of the bag too early for the Nuremberg Ring for the Elantra because their debut was supposed to be for tomorrow, which is Wednesday the 14th. But hey, so you guys can check it out early, and then once it releases tomorrow, I will have more coverage of it. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing the interior of the vehicle. Now, don't get me wrong, when it comes to interior, Hyundai does make decent looking interior, especially from the Veloster, and I like the interior of that vehicle. I just like that vehicle in general because it seems like a tiny little race car compared to the Type R, but the Type R is still the best in my opinion. I love the Type R. But I did see one Veloster N, and man, that thing sound pretty damn good when you because he had an aftermarket exhaust in it, and it sounded blah 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 blah, like yeah, you know that sound. It sounds good. It's sexy. I love it. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, the photo is a little bit blurry, but you can see enough. And of course, it does look like the Elantra from the front, as well as the rear, but they give it that nice little red, um, trim line all the way around, as well as the side and the rear got the red carpet treatment. Now the rear, it's got a little spoiler on top there. I don't know if it's carbon fiber or what kind of material that they use. But like I said, overall, it does look like a more powerful Elantra. It kind of reminds me of how, when Honda has the Civic, and then you have the SI, blah, blah, blah. You have hatchback, and then you have your Type R, which is the cream of the crop with a ton of power. So I think that's what Elantra is trying to emulate, the same thing, but they're also taking the lineup to their Kona, as well as the it's Elantra, Kona, and Veloster. So that's where they're going to be adding the N version with more power. But yeah, that's a really nice clear picture of it, so you guys can see the rear of it. And of course, they're going to be getting the Brembo treatment. I cannot read this. The interior looks pretty decent. That looks like a CVT, but I'm assuming it will be coming in manual as well too, because I know the Veloster N comes in manual. It's just a little bit more information about it. I can't really read that because it's in Korean. Yeah, so let's see. Let's bump a little. Let's read a little bit in the article real quick. We're just hours away because it's supposed to release tomorrow, or they're supposed to showcase it tomorrow, revealing the 2022 Elantra N, which is when you'll learn everything is about the new variant. It's expected to pack Hyundai's turbocharged 2-liter that powers the Veloster N and Kona N. It makes 275 horsepower, and it's expected to pair with either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed dual clutch automatic in the Elantra N. The car certainly has the looks worthy of the Hyundai N marker. But to me, I don't know, I do not like, to each their own. I'm sure they're selling a shit ton of this car, the Elantra, before they make this version, this hardcore version of the Elantra. But I don't know why, I just don't like this area right here. I think it looks funny, but at least it's very, very different than all the other manufacturers are doing, because every manufacturer seems to be copying one thing from another manufacturer, and they just go back and forth. But this is very unique to Hyundai, like especially the front grille too. That's very unique to Hyundai. It's different compared to what other manufacturers doing, and it's I'm not a fan of it. I don't know if you are. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm sure they're selling a ton of these Elantras. Otherwise, what's the point of making a hardcore version of the Elantra? Now, this is the current N line, and you can see here, you can choose whichever color that you want. and it either comes with, but this is not the hardcore version. This is just a more tame version of it, I guess. And if we go back to change the models, I don't know if the N line also, you get 201 horsepower and 1.6 liter turbocharged GDI 4-cylinder engine. So I don't know why everybody's going to that 1.5 engine. It's not as strong compared to the 2-liter uh, turbocharged engines. And let me see, this one, nope, doesn't have it yet, but that's coming soon. And then we have one more. I was gonna check out the Veloster. I think the Veloster looks pretty badass, and the price is not that bad. I don't know how Hyundai dealership treats their consumer, but Hyundai dealership, man, they like to give you that old, you know what I mean, with no lube. Hyundai dealers, you guys are amazing. But imagine if Honda dealership actually sold the Type Rs for MSRP price. That car would be like the best selling car in the world. I mean, they're still selling like hotcakes for the fact that even though you have to go through all this hoop and they're charging all this money for it, it's still selling like crazy. But imagine if they were selling it at the right price, which is MSRP or even lower, man, Honda would sell a shit ton of fucking Type Rs. But, dealership tends to, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think of this new Veloster. I'm sorry, the Elantra, and leave your comments below, and then we will reveal more tomorrow. I will be dropping a new video when it's available, when it's released, when it's shown. All right, have a good one.